Hey guys, welcome to my channel Elite Wrestling World. My name is GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here on AEW Collision post-show review. Collision was a very good show tonight. We are just 1 week away from Revolution pay-per-view. The card is looking stacked as it's going to be a fantastic show. Tonight's show includes Bryan Danielson's latest International Dream match against Jun Akiyama. A hero of the match, he'll challenge for the Continental Crown next Sunday, Eddie Kingston. FTR will also warm up for their PPV clash against the American Dragons Blackpool Combat Club, teammates when they take on Shane Taylor Lee. Plus, women's action as Thunder Rosa and Serena will both have singles matches, and more. Opening with a no disqualification match between Sammy Guevara and Powerhouse Hobbs. Sammy all over Hobbs early, using stick hand move offense as Nigel called it. It was working out too, until he got caught in Hobbs' arms on a crossbody and was slammed on the steps on the outside. He went to the power game from there, just beating on the smaller man. Back from commercial break, Sammy took control, and used a monitor to blast Hobbs in the ring while commentary reminded us everyone is barred from ringside for this match, despite its stipulation. Hobbs lariat out of Sammy's boots to regain control and a table set up in the ring just after. Sammy off the top and Hobbs caught him for a world's strongest slam. Hobbs started setting up tables on the outside. Sammy grabbed a bottle from someone in the crowd and smashed it over Hobbs' head. Cool visual. Sammy set the ladder up in the ring while Hobbs was laid out on the two tables on the outside after getting the bottle smashed over his skull. Sammy climbed the ladder on the backside and turned around to face Hobbs. He was only 2 steps from the top and albeit if he didn't flip off the thing and put Hobbs through the table, looked crazy on each one. "This is awesome" chants soon followed. Sammy set up Hobbs on the table in the ring and tried to go up top, but Hobbs shoved the referee into the ropes and it ended up racking Sammy. Hobbs then recovered, went up top, grabbed Sammy, and hit the world's strongest slam through the table. Looked incredible. Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Sammy via pinfall. Very physical match between the two, with Sammy continuing his feud with the Don Callis family. Jon Moxley talks about Claudio first coming to America and training. Claudio walked from the airport 20 miles on day 1 just to train. 20 minutes is nothing to him. He's a freak. Mox is a freak too. He needs to get hit in the face a few times just to wake up. But you can't win a war of attrition against these guys. If it's about entrance, they'll win every time. But they don't get paid by the hour. A time limit draw just them off. They do accept the challenge for a tag match at Revolution, and they are the elite of the elite. Moxley says it feels like FTR unloaded all their heavy artillery in that 20-minute match. But that can't be all they had. If they want to be big names at Revolution, they're gonna have to swim in deep water. Claudio tells them to bring their whole bag of tricks because they're going to need it. This match is gonna be fantastic at the pay-per-view. Next up is FTR versus Shane Taylor Lee. Dax works out but gets landed on for 2. Lee back in. He doesn't do much before Taylor is back in with a huge knee slam and he goes to the second rope for a splash, but Dax rolls away from it. Fans hot for the tag to Wheeler. Blind tag to Dax. He comes in with the Doomsday device on Lee. Wheeler fends off Taylor, and that's enough. FTR defeated Taylor and Lee via pinfall. The men grab microphones. Wheeler brings up Moxley saying a few weeks ago step up and get stepped on. That said, if they have anything more to say to them tonight, they know where they're going to be. Dax says he heard them talking about different styles and different eras and how FTR harkens to the past and it's what they care about. Moxley has been the king in AEW for almost 5 years. It's his castle, and they see him. He heard to be a king you have to kill a king and they're coming for his head. Top guys, out. Quick match for Thunder Rosa as she beats Lady Bird. Rosa told the camera the one thing she knows how to do is work hard and this is her time. Another quick match between Bang Bang Scissor Gang versus Iron Savages. The match breaks down into chaos and eventually sees Jay White hit the Blade Runner for the win. This story is still growing until we see Jay White to turn on the Acclaimed. Bryan Danielson interviewed about his match tonight. It's a first-time dream match. According to some, Danielson says Jun is a legend, someone he respects, and is Eddie Kingston's hero. Eddie will be on commentary watching, and he's going to see Bryan beat his hero. He respects Jun, but he does not respect Kingston. Eddie made this thing that at Revolution, if Eddie wins, Bryan will have to shake his hand. It's only been in the last year that he got it together. His wasted potential him off, and that's why he's going to beat him at Revolution. Next up, Malachi Black versus Brian Keith. The bounty hunter is here trying to collect on the House of Black leader. Keith going hard after Black, chops in the corner and then some kicks. Keith tries to fight back, but it's a front kick to knock him off the apron. Then he comes down with a double foot stomp. A rising knee into a German suplex gets two. Shortly after, Black gets the black mass, and that's it. The lights go out, and when they come up, Mark Briscoe is in the ring with a kendo stick. He fights off the House of Black when they rush in. Then he drops the stick in favor of something in his boot, the steel spike. He tries to stab Black with it, but he moves and it embeds in the top turnbuckle. He ends up rocked and laid out by the entire group. Good showing of Serena versus Lady Frost. This was supposed to be Serena versus Kiera Hogan, but Hogan came down with an illness and had to be replaced. They went back and forth a bit to start. Serena trying to work a submission, but Frost gets to the ropes. Frost finally makes something of a comeback, but she didn't have enough to put Deeb away. Serena finally puts her in a single leg crab, and that gets the tap. Frost finally makes something of a comeback, but she didn't have enough to put Deeb away. Serena finally puts her in a single leg crab, and that gets the tap. Frost finally makes something of a comeback, but she didn't have enough to put Deeb away. Serena finally puts her in a single leg crab, and that gets the tap. Deeb gets on the microphone. She says the women's division in AEW is heating up. She put the locker room on notice when she came back, but she wants to remind them again. When she's in the ring, she wrestles, and she's here to put the wrestling back in All Elite Wrestling. It's main event time on Collision. Danielson versus Jun. Eddie Kingston was out for commentary and putting Jun over as much as possible. He said he doesn't need to scout Bryan because he knows him well. Meanwhile, in the ring they work holds and trade submission attempts. No one really getting out ahead early. Yes, kicks from Bryan, but Jun cuts him off and hits the exploder suplex. That gets two. Then he hops a choke. He does the gimmick while Jun sits up. Danielson rushes, hits the knee, and win by pinfall. Kingston rushes the ring and goes after Bryan with shots. Claudio runs out to help Eddie. FTR hauls to the ring to even things up, and they send Danielson and Claudio off. They announce Trio's match for next week Dynamite. That's end of show, folks. Please guys, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.